Well, hey gang, how you doing? Jonathan here for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report, coming to you from La Paz, Baja, Mexico, and covering all of the fishing action for our Tailhunter Sportfishing fleet down here in La Paz, Baja, Mexico. Wherever you are, hope you're doing well. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for spending time with us. And please, if you like what we've been doing now for about 30 years, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay. Let's talk about what's going on down here. A lot happening once again. If you've been following our fishing reports for the last, I don't know, month and a half, you know that the fishing has been pretty much off the charts. All kinds of fish happening, all kinds of species that we're catching, some really big fish that we're not quite used to fish that big, just a lot of things going on. Well, once again, I've got to tell you, just hold on if you want to just fast forward to the fishing gallery, take a look at all of the fishing photos we've got this year. It's loaded with everything that you'd probably want to know, so you can just fast forward there and you can figure out what's going on down here. But let me tell you, we're pretty much in the summer conditions now. Not quite there, but we're definitely not in springtime. It's getting warm. I'm going to tell you the temperatures right now, even for us locals, I'm going to say that we think it's kind of hot. It's been in the high 90s, but the humidity is coming up as well. You definitely can tell that it feels like summer is here or it's just around the corner. Water temperatures up into almost the low 80s right now, especially on the surface, but down deep, my scuba divers are telling me that there is a thermocline, and at that thermocline, maybe 30, 40 feet down, it does drop another 10 degrees, which could explain a lot of things. I've told you very often that this time of year, we call it transition time. There's still some cold water fish hanging out, and they're starting to move off a little bit, but they're still hanging around, but there's warm water fish coming around near the surface. Now, the warm water fish like marlin, sailfish, Dorado, tuna, those are all going to be warm water fish, and we're not quite there yet. I'm going to say that could turn on in a degree or two, but we are seeing more marlin. In fact, some of our fishermen are coming back going, wow, I saw a dozen marlin today just sitting on the surface, not interested in anything, threw lures at them, threw everything but the anchor at them, and they just weren't interested. But on the other hand, we are getting a few more biters. Every week it seems like there are more billfish that are interested in biting, but we're just a temperature degree or 2 degrees off from them going off, and then I'll be getting complaints of folks telling me, listen, I can't get away from the marlin. I don't want to catch a marlin. If I caught one, it's going to be too much time, or I'm going to release it anyway. I'd really rather catch some fun fish that I could pack up and bring home or eat or something like that. So I'm going to say that the marlin and sailfish are going to go off at any time now. I'm not sure, but sailfish and marlin are biting. Same with the Dorado. I thought about a week and a half ago that the Dorado were finally going to go off, especially north of town. The sargasso weed is starting to bunch up into these kelp patties, and that usually attracts bait fish such as the sardines as well as the flying fish, and then that brings in all of the Dorado. Well, we had a couple of little nicks, a couple jags of Dorado where I thought, wow, we're finally going to get them. They're finally going off. Well, we had a couple days where it was pretty good, and then it's tapered off a little bit, but we are still seeing a little more of the Dorado bite every week. Some nice fish as well, some 5, 10-pounders, but also some 25, 30, and even some 40-pound fish. Those big ones are getting lost, but we know they're out there. So again, just like the billfish, I think in another temperature gradient rise of 1, 2, 3 degrees that these Dorado are going to go off. In the meantime, other species, we're still getting a whole handful of all kinds of stuff. We've got Pargo, we've got Cabria, we've got Jack Crevalle, we've got Trevally. I'm still seeing some Sierra. Those are cold water fish. Still getting some of these big Cabria are coming in, and they are grouper size. About the rooster fish, I know a lot of you are coming down to catch that rooster fish, get that off the bucket list. Listen, it is changing. For the better or worse, I'm not quite sure. Can't quite tell you just yet, but I will tell you that if you're looking for that 10 to 40-pound rooster fish, we're still getting them. They're still there. They're willing to bite the sardines. Folks are coming back and saying, I got 2 or 3, or I got 5, or we hooked 6 of them today, released them all, then we went to chase other fish. The big ones, those 60, 80, 100 pounders that you've seen in our reports for the last couple of weeks, not quite so many since the last report. And I don't know if that's a function of the fact that folks don't want to catch a big one, because what it requires is that you spend the time and go chase and catch some of these big sabalo, these ladyfish, and they're about 12 inches long, and you've got to find them, number one. Then you have to hook them, then you got to get them in the boat, and then you got to bridle them up, and then you've got to slow troll them. So that takes a little while, and if you're not ready to commit to catching those ladyfish, then it's going to be very hard to catch one of those really, really big rooster fish that we're known for. That doesn't mean they're not there. It's just that I haven't had that many folks willing to commit the time to go chase the bigger rooster fish. Usually if somebody wants to do it, it might be their second, third, or fourth day when they've caught all the other species, and now they're going to go try to hit a home run. But in the meantime, there's still a lot of these 10 to 15, 30, 40-pound roosters around. So if you're coming down, be prepared. I think you're going to get the rooster fish off of your bucket list. Other species, we're starting to see a few more wahoo. Again, it's a fish that you have to determine that you're going to spend some time trolling, and it's one of the few fish that we are going to troll for, but we know that the wahoo are out there. I know the commercial guys are catching them. They're mostly at the south end of Sorolvo Island. Anyway, that's going to be kind of it. There's a lot of different species we're catching. Stay tuned. Fast forward onto the fishing gallery this week, and that'll give you a good roundup of what's happening down here. Like I said, it is getting warmer. Bring down the sunscreen. Bring a hat, a big brimmed hat, as a matter of fact. Bring something in the morning to put over your shoulders. Keep your arms and the rest of you covered as much as possible. It is a little chilly in the morning sometimes, can still be a little bit breezy, but in an hour or two, once the sun comes up, you'll be praying for a breeze, because it goes flat and it gets hot really quickly. I'm Jonathan for the Mexican Minute. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for spending time with us. Take care of each other. God bless. We'll catch you on the next Mexican Minute next week.